There are lots of issues about management of the constituency projects, issues around transparency, contract processes leading to a lot of abandoned projects. This and many more we'll be discussing on the program today. Hello and welcome to Know Your Representative, the program that bridges the visible gap between lawmakers and their constituents. I'm in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. My name is MARIAH Olashende. But first, let's meet my guests from Borno North Senatorial District, Senator Abubakar Kyari.
Senator Abubakar
Abubakar Kyari, Senator representing Borno North Senatorial District of Borno State. Kyari was born on January the 5th, 1963, to the family of late Brigadier Abba Kyari and Mrs. Fatima Gusau Kyari. He attended Capital School, Kaduna from 1968 to 1974, and the world-renowned MARIAH College, Zaria from 1974 to 1979. Abu Kyari obtained a bachelor's degree in economics from the University of Tennessee, United States of America in 1986. After the mandatory National Youth Service Corps in 1987, Senator Kyari went back to the United States of America and obtained a Master of Business Administration from Webster University in 1989. Abu Kyari, as is popularly called, began his political career in 1996 when he became the pro-tem National Secretary of the United Nigeria Congress and later became the Assistant National Secretary of the United Nigerian Congress Party, UNCP, from 1996 to 1998. He resigned the party position to contest for the seat of the House of Representatives and won on the platform of the defunct UNCP in 1998. Unfortunately, that transition did not take place as a result of the death of the then military head of state and the subsequent rearrangement of the political terrain. However, another opportunity came and he contested and won the same seat of the House of Representatives for the second time in 1999 on the platform of the All People's Party, APP. Despite being a member of the opposition, Honorable Kyari was unanimously elected at the floor of the House of Representatives to be chairman of the House Funds Management Committee. One of the major achievements of the committee was the setting up of a mechanism to ensure equitable, transparent, and accountable system of financial disbursements and records. During his stint at the House of Representatives, Honorable Kyari was also among the pioneer members of the ECOWAS Parliament, the West African Regional Parliament, and was its first treasurer, a principal officer of the Parliament. After his 4-year term at the National Assembly, Abubakar Kyari was appointed as Honorable Commissioner and Member State Executive Council in his homestead of Borno State in 2003. He served meritoriously for 8 years of the then Governor Ali Modu Sheriff administration from 2003 to 2011 and headed 5 different ministries and agencies: water resources, education, home affairs and information, works, and rural water supply. In 2011, newly elected Governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima, appointed Senator Kyari as the Chief of Staff, Government House. In 2015, Abu Kyari ran for the office of the Senator and won. He was appointed Chairman Ad Hoc Committee on Power and the Chairman Senate Committee on Independent Electoral Commission in 2015. One of Senator Kyari's achievements was chairing the electoral reform agenda of the 8th Senate. The Committee on INEC initiated and concluded far-reaching reforms in the ever-changing electoral environment of Nigeria. Senator Kyari also sponsored the bill to establish the Electoral Offences Commission and has since been passed by the Senate in 2018. Having achieved the electoral reform agenda of the 8th Senate, Senator Kyari on January 26, 2017, was yet again saddled with another huge responsibility when he was appointed Chairman Senate Committee on Defense, a rare privilege, especially during a period of managing major security challenges. Early 2019, he sponsored the bill to establish Development Bureau and Defense Research and is currently awaiting presidential assent. Senator Abubakar Kyari ran for re-election in the 2019 general election and won again. He is currently Chairman Senate Committee on the Federal Capital Territory, Member Committee on INEC, Defense, Interparliamentary, Petroleum Downstream, Appropriations, Power, and Senate Services. He is a proud member of the All Progressives Congress, APC. And come 2023, when Senator Abu Kyari will finish his current mandate, he will have garnered 12 years of legislative experience and 12 years of executive experience since the coming of the present democratic dispensation in 1999. Senator Abubakar Kyari is married to Bilkisu Kyari for 30 years and they are blessed with 5 children.
Over 90 persons, which includes women and children, when Boko Haram insurgents attacked Podmakolum village of Gubio local government, Borno State on Tuesday, 9 June 2020. Alarmed by the resurgence of senseless killings by the insurgents in recent weeks, similar attacks had occurred in just less than 3 weeks. 1. 17 people killed in Gajiganna, Magumeri local government on 17th May 2020. 2. 33 people killed in Ganze local government on 22nd May 2020. These attacks have rendered so many homeless and also left over 50 persons critically wounded and are receiving medical attention. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, these attacks are becoming very worrisome in view of the fact that the Nigerian Armed Forces recently started recording successes in the fight against insurgency. Further alarmed that these attacks, which have led to the massacre of hundreds of people, also includes other heinous acts such as cattle rustling, kidnapping and adoption, and forceful displacement of people from their ancestral communities.
Borno State is located in the northeastern parts of Nigeria. Its capital is Maiduguri. The state was formed in 1976 from the split of the northeastern states. It is the homeland of the Kanuri people in Nigeria. Borno North Senatorial District has 10 local government areas. Abadam Local Government Area, Gubio, Guzamala, Kukawa, Magumeri, Mate, Mobar, Monguno, Ngazai, and Kaga Local Government Area. Boko Haram's insurgency began in 2009, with Borno being the worst affected area. Senator Abubakar Kyari, representing Borno North Senatorial District, has done everything possible within his means in ensuring that despite the insurgents that has caused a major setback in the Senatorial District, the welfare of his constituents comes first. Provision and solar street lights in all the local government areas, drilled jumbo borehole in each of the local governments in his district, scholarship to students in tertiary institutions, extra lesson to SS3 IDP students, provision of their writing and reading materials, logistics and talking to students, and tutors for 4 years.
Part of the beneficiaries of the JAM program last year, and actually it has shaped my life because I'm currently a 200 level law student from Ahmadu Bello University. So we are eternally grateful and indebted to the distinguished senator.
As a student, we benefit more in terms of education with Senator A.A. Kyari because last year, if I could remember, he registered more than 1,000 student JAM registration fee, which is a very good beneficial for students. As for me, I am one of the beneficiaries of that program. For you to help someone to be educated, that person will never forget you in life because education is the key to success.
Relief materials, food and non-perishable things, wrappers, free JAM orientation, salary gift twice annually of over 30 million naira for each local government, employment to both graduates and undergraduates, distribution of rams and bulls, provision of over 100 cars to his constituents, initiated and fully sponsored football match to the teeming youth from his district, empowerment of grinding machines, bicycles for easy access to their farms due to the ban of motorcycles in the state. To get the girl child out of the street so as to embrace education, Senator Abu Kyari empowered female children engaged in street begging by making it a point of duty that they may acquire formal education.
So you see, Senator Abubakar Kyari has done so many, programs. So he has already liaised with some doctors, ophthalmologists from the University of Maiduguri and state specialists here in Maiduguri. So he has already provided all the necessary, equipments like glasses and other, things. So he also provided some token amount of money to give to the consultants.
We had about 500 people, 300 men and 200 female. Now, you know that most of the time people have difficulty in, course combination. So we had to engage other of our colleagues in making sure that these people have it right. Apart from that, we also went, to the extent of conducting jam classes for them so that they'll be highly prepared. Now, Senator A.A. Kyari, in his wisdom and magnanimity, because he's so much interested in education, undertook the registration of these 500 people, okay? Because you know that based on what is happening in the society, we have a serious difficulty or deficiency in the area of internet access. So in his wisdom, he engaged us and we did all the whole thing free of charge. And I believe that by 2021, according to what the senator has told us, that he's going to push this thing up to 1,000 people, so that his people will actually, have a say in, in what is happening in the country. And so that there's going to be a serious breach and an upliftment in the educational standard of Borno, not local government.
Taranje manta loktu manta gamnati zakataran andero musamman no nasha furumzuna ilmu tarado kalama telan ku kuninga tara kam ganailan au ilmu na zaina bawo nasha ilmu ren tarazu kalanyan ginatuna kam kalamin ginatcha nyeshiro kalandin ginaturu wajib anje Abu Kyari kirmai da sunotin sa miyara sunotin yayi ikonde shakin ga yambe shakin garo daurani ambawo ande shiro alango do tayo pasanya ambawo ari azuku ande Abu Kyari kam shafa lena da aslamar ya lala ruyande ande ku yoro ngawndun bari rangawndun na sha ilmi wala tara ande rotin da tin zauro ande kurno zona am kuro ande duk so zauro karo kulin ya fule zona
kamantuma kamandu yambana ala barasik awkada ndi aw jama me were ndu soñi labu dakala falla rasulin amma ala bara saka alhamdulillah ayuba na shakin buyan kuna bawo kada bawo gudu bawo alhamdulillah ala bara saka askrinye na bari ko jaman gulle bari ko ma bari ko jaman ala ndi anga wanzun ganazo nga wanzun ala sha bana ala sha hafsu
ala bara saka Abu Kyari andero bana do yesirna made gana yin teno wanzu buro yin teda zan dia bana zana alama na andero keke dinke ya soduna andero keke dinke ya soduna am de laro zarya china dai ala baras ku audo in kladin sunna ma da aw mana ce ma yi tsoro shiro askrin yana kuru kini ndi me zuwa na da keke dubdub aw nyete rungon nyete andero china am de laro walta zar naira duyar indin tu ne ya suru china ma bai ala baras ala suna za baraz audo mayan mari kuma dai klafu na dai am de duno gana yin biyi sai ya bana zu muradi yana wanda an janje sin sai an ka zo zaure shiro askirin yana
Welcome back, and this is the interview segment of the program. I have here with me distinguished Senator Abubakar Kyari, representing Borno North Senatorial District. He's also the Senate's Committee Chairman on FCT. Sir, you're welcome to New Representative.
Thank you very much.
Let's begin this way. Your senatorial district was one of the worst hits during the insurgency. So what was your senatorial district like before the insurgents?
Well, my senatorial district was one of the most peaceful, most progressive, prolific in terms of agriculture in the whole state. We have the Damasang Manufactory Pepper Belt. We have the Chad Basin agricultural project in both Baga and Marte, where there's over 60,000 hectares of farmland. And we also have the groundnut belt of Gubio and Magumeri local government, the onion and the pepper, and the maize of Kukawa and Monguno local government. So predominantly our people are agrarian, they're prolific farmers. Land is very fertile, even though some places have been devastated by desertification. But by and large, our people had a very good source of livelihood, either through trading, farming, and also all sorts of occupation.
So what's the relationship between you and your constituents?
Cordial, I will say. Very, very cordial. We interact with them. We engage in human development projects in terms of welfare of the people. We look at education. We look at health. And things like that, and empowerment issues as well.
Okay, now let's talk about education, but we'll take it first from the girl-child education. What are your plans for the girl-child education in Borno Senatorial District?
Well, we have done quite a bit on that. We have, in our little humble contribution, I remember in 2015 when we started this, the IDP, when they were all in the IDP camps. And we noticed that they lost the WAEC the previous year, and we engaged them, and our focus was mainly on the girls. And so we took about 70% of girls and had an extra lesson for them for 2 weeks in preparation for WAEC. 30% are male, and all were chosen from the IDP camps. We took them for 2 weeks. We gave them extra lessons. We gave them uniforms. We provided lunch for them. And we gave them buses that convey them from the camps to the classes. I would say we used the classrooms of the Agency for Mass Literacy.
Okay, but I also read there were some you sponsored for 4 years, feeding, transportation as well, some students.
Well, no, what we do was we do scholarships, especially for tertiary institutions. We have about 5 tertiary institutions in Borno, including the University of Maiduguri and other state tertiary institutions, Ramat Polytechnic, Kashim College of Education, and so on. So what we did was we were paying them we paid 500 students their scholarships for their registration. And we're doing another 1,000 now as soon as they return back to school.
So what about women empowerment?
Yes, women empowerment. Okay, there's another one that we also did. One wonderful was in conjunction with some NGO, was to take off little girls from the street, from hawking. So we provided an alternative occupation for the parents, especially the mother.
The mother, okay.
You know, because the girls are forced to go and trade, hawk items on the street, so that to bring extra income to the home. So what we did, that we replaced that income through other trades, sewing, soap making, and things like that. So
and grinding machines, I saw.
Grinding, we also gave grinding machines, and we took
anybody who was willing to bring. It was a voluntary thing, but it worked wonderfully well. Yeah.
So now let's move to health. What are your plans for your people concerning health?
Well, one of the issues now that we've been having a lot of health challenges, and of course, you all know the kind of the health system that we run, and but one major issue that we see that, especially my exposure to people over the years, has been the issue of the unavoidable blindness, which is cataract. I've had, even before I became a senator, I've had instances where I participated. We gave free cataract surgery to especially to my local government.
Okay.
And now I'm arranging for screening and cataract and other eye problems for 2,000 people. And we're starting shortly, actually, probably this week or next week.
Let's talk about infrastructure. Because definitely most of the infrastructures you have in place must have been destroyed or burnt.
Yes.
So what are your plans now concerning infrastructure?
Well, infrastructure, I made considerable effort, especially in the last Senate, where we were able to secure the contract of Maiduguri to Monguno Road, which is almost a 22 billion naira project. But funding is a problem. And then we have several roads, federal roads, that we have in mind: the Cross Kawa, Malum Fatri, Damasak Road. These are federal roads that we were looking at. But because, like I said, the insecurity, even the Maiduguri Monguno, initially, what delayed that project was trying to see if we can engage the Nigerian Army Corps of Engineers, because then they will provide security and also build the road. This insecurity is still there. Like I said, they target soft targets. They attack soft targets, and contractors and private individuals usually tend to shy away or really don't want to engage themselves in those areas. Yeah.
So let me bring you now to the House, the Red Chambers. Let's talk about the bills you have passed. Which one of these are dear to your hearts?
The one that is very, very dear to my heart is the Federal College of Education, Monguno. My senatorial zone does not have either a federal government or a state government educational tertiary institution. All the tertiary institutions are located in central or the southern part. So, and with that, we're trying to see if we can set up, because we also lack a lot of educational facilities and even the standards. So the best way to jumpstart that is to have a college of education, so as to train the teachers that will teach the population. So that is the thinking behind it.
Okay. So going forward, what is the Borno North Senatorial District of your dreams? What would you like to see going forward?
Well, I would like to see the end of the hostilities, the insurgency. That's number one. Then I would like to see the return of the people back to their communities, back to their farmlands, back to their livelihoods. Then I would like to see the development of educational standard in the zone. I would like to see the plan by the federal government, by Mr. President, on the resuscitation of the Lake Chad. That's a very big key program, because that's key to the development of that area. I would like to see infrastructural developments in terms of road. I'd like to see infrastructural development in terms of power supply, health facilities, you know. So it's a whole basket of needs that we need to do. My people are resilient. Nobody is resting on his oars. Mr. President, the governor, the members of the National Assembly. So we'll soon come out of it. Like I said, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, distinguished, tell us, how much are you willing to give to achieve these dreams?
Well, the sacrifice that we all make, we will have to give all our best. We have to give everything that we have in terms of even we can sacrifice our lives to make sure that this menace is brought to an end.
So on this segment, you get to speak with your people in Kyari. Tell them briefly what you intend doing for them going forward.
Jama'a salamu alaikum. Kasarataro au kuma mananyana da kala lamara larnde au kuru futu wahala am de soy dasana lan kuru amla kala nela baidin sama mananyana issue am rayuwanza ndaramza sama baro isu walzana din larnde jama'an da su wahala nan kuma ro kasharu a falgulte mbe ma jama'a so da kanadi tayo a war lamar alignment isu wano son yayi shi shugaban da larde president Muhammadu Buhari baranzu gwamnan da Professor Babagana Umar Zuluma an dai members a National Assembly jami'in da gwamnati gabsuna da duk soye no zana futu kasarin da sama cinye danye kala lamar na labarin insha Allah karin ga Allah a wari isu baro waljin daji a makaudro a wakara larnin da yana bai kuskuku man kuma roƙo mana shim katai bari yana am du indi boye isa la am de so le za saya na den an za shi problem za shi me dai inshallah karin ga Allah sama dai ta munyan awa gab suna yin bi karadiyan scholarship duren dai so yin kuru fatila street light boholes sama inshallah karin ga Allah ishe larndin sama diyan jama'a salamu alaikum.
So and on that note, we want to thank you for coming on Know Your Representative.
Thank you very much, Maria.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you for being part of the program today. Remember, you can watch missed episodes on our YouTube page, Mabeish TV, from Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. My name is MARIAH Olashende. I'll see you next week. Till then, stay safe.